Today is February 18th. We're finding average speed for a multiple step journey. Okay, what is average speed? So what we need to find average speed, we have to make sure we have total distance and we need the total time. Remember that if you go somewhere, every road has a different speed limit. You may not drive the same speed when you're on a road. You might go up a little, down a little. All right, so you take the distance and you divide it by your time. All right, let's look at example 1. Can I get a reader, please? Christopher.
A motorist traveled on the freeway for 2 hours at 80 kilometers per hour. He then traveled for another 3 hours at 70 kilometers per hour. Find his average speed for the whole trip.
Okay, so we're not going to do 80 plus 70 divided by 2. We're not going to do that. Okay, that's what you would normally do to find an average. That's not what we do for average speed. All right, let's draw a model, and I would like you to draw a model today in your homework on the parts that don't have models already for you. All right, so in the first part of the trip, what do we know? In the first part of the trip, Christopher?
He went at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour.
Good. So our speed is 80 kilometers per hour. Our time, kids, is 2 hours. And in the second part of the trip, what we don't know on the first part of the trip is our distance. Okay? We don't know our distance. In the second part of the trip, what's the time for the second part of the trip? The second part of the trip, what's the time, Isabel?
3 hours.
Good. So we have 3 hours. What is our speed for the second part of the trip, Cormac?
70 kilometers per hour.
Good. And we don't know the distance. So if we know we need to find total distance and total time, what do we already know? What do we already know without having to do any math? Jamie. Okay, D equals ST. What else do we know given from the information in the problem? What else do we know already that we don't have to calculate? Katie?
Maybe that the total time is 5 hours.
Total time is 5 hours, right? That's pretty obvious there, but it's important for us to note that. All right, so you're right. We have to find D equals ST. What am I going to find first? Which distance should I find first? Marissa? Okay, this little part over here. So fill the values in for me, Marissa.
D equals 80 in parentheses.
Good. Speed is 80 times 2, kids. D equals?
160.
Good. So the first part of the trip was 160 kilometers. Okay, we're going to use this also to find the second part of the trip. D equals ST. Michael H., can you please fill in the values for me for the second part?
Okay, D equals 70 in parentheses and 3 in parentheses.
Good. 70 miles per hour for 3 hours gives us a total distance. 70 times 3, kids, is?
207.
Good. Kilometers. All right. So my total distance is 160 plus 210. What is that, kids?
370 kilometers.
All right, now I think I have enough information to answer the question, which is find his average speed for the whole trip. All right, so let's find his average speed for the whole trip. We're going to use D equals ST. Fill it in for me, please, Sanjeev.
So 370 would be in the equals 5 and S 10.
Make sure your 5 and your S don't look the same. Rearrange it for me, please. Michael M. Good. Divide both sides by what, kids?
5.
Good. And S, 370 divided by 5. Good. 74. And what is our units here? What is our units here? Christopher.
Kilometers per hour.
Kilometers per hour. Sorry, I'm kind of messy there. And we would write a sentence for this because it's a word problem. Okay, so now we're going to be dealing with fraction units. So Bubba biked for 15 minutes at a speed of 25 miles per hour. How many miles did he cover? All right, so we're being asked to find distance. Okay, so D equals ST. But who sees a problem? Does anyone see a problem here, Emma?
The speed and the time don't match.
Good. Good. Our units do not match. We have minutes and hours. We're always going to go with our speed units because we can't really convert that. All right, it's going to be a pain to see how many miles per minute we can find. But we can easily convert 15 minutes into hours. What is that in hours, please? Anybody out there? Anybody else out there? Caleb?
1/4.
1/4 of an hour, right? 15 out of 60 is 1 out of 4. All right. So the distance here is going to be 25 miles per hour times 1/4. I can put 25 over the imaginary denominator of all whole numbers can be over 1. All right, and then my distance is going to be 25/4. Ooh, what does that mean? What does that mean? How many miles is that, Marissa?
6 1/4.
6 1/4. And we would write a sentence, we're just not going to because it's our notes. All right, how many miles are traveled by a pilot who flew at a speed of 120 miles per hour for 48 minutes? Okay, again, we have a mismatch here. We don't have hours and minutes aren't the same units. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do, Michael H.?
We're gonna convert 48 minutes into hours.
Okay,
That'll be
what can we put 48 minutes over?
over 60, and that's
Emma?
4/5.
Okay, 4/5 of an hour. Okay, so how many miles? Distance equals speed times time, just like before. 120 goes over 1 times 4/5 of an hour. I can simplify. 5 becomes 1. Who knows what 120 would become? 24. Okay, 24 times 4. When we multiply by 4, we think double, double. Anybody, Sanjeev? 96, and we are working with miles. Next one. This one's a little bit different. How long would it take to travel 64 kilometers at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour? I want everyone to do it my way, which is D equals ST. Even though we're looking for a time, okay, we want to find out the time, I still want you to do D equals ST. So now we have our distance units match up with our speed units, but this is going to be a little bit different. Who can fill in these values for me? Jamie.
64 equals 80 equals 16.
Good, and we can rearrange. Rearrange, Cormac.
80 T equals 64.
Good. Divide both sides by what, Brian?
Divide both sides by
What's our coefficient, Ananya? 80. We would get T. Ooh, please don't do long division. 64.000 divided by 80. Please, please, please. Let's remember that all division problems are also fractions. So you don't have to write this on the side, but 64/80ths. They're both divisible by this number called 8 and a bigger number. But we'll start with 8. Okay? What is it?
Divided both by 8 would be 8 tenths.
8 tenths. Then we can reduce that again, and it would be 4/5. Now, would we say I'll be there in 4/5 of an hour? No, right? We would probably say 4/5 of an hour equals, what did we say earlier? 4/5 of an hour equals 48 minutes. Okay, so not quite an hour, which makes sense because we're not traveling even our speed, which is 80 kilometers in 1 hour. We're not even going 80 kilometers, so it makes sense that our answer is less than 1 hour.